Welcome to the hottest podcast in the roofing industry. Get ready to meet the stars of the rooftops, the shingle sensations, and the gutter gurus. Each month, we'll climb up to the top to shine the spotlight on one remarkable roofer who's nailing it. We'll dive deep into their stories, their triumphs, and the secrets behind their sky-high success. Don't miss out on these industry insights, incredible tales of resilience, and the passion that keeps these roofers at the top of their game. Tune in, subscribe, and follow us on this incredible journey as we crown this month's Roofer of the Month.
Hello, I'm Alex Tolle with RoofersCoffeeShop.com, and I'm back for another Roofer of the Month podcast. I'm so excited to have Justin here today with WeatherShield Roofing and Sheetmetal. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Alex? Excited to be here.
Good. Yes, I'm so happy to celebrate you guys as the October Roofer of the Month. So, Justin, go ahead and introduce yourself and WeatherShield.
Yeah, so my name is Justin Slovin. Help oversee the sales department for WeatherShield Roofing and Sheetmetal. We're based out of Aledo, Texas. Been around since 2008. Started out doing more local residential, commercial type projects. And over the last, call it 8 to 10 years, really started to shift focus into more of a national presence, mainly focused on disaster recovery type projects, emergency service type projects, which has obviously led to just your traditional projects. And we've worked coast to coast and have worked in Mexico, Puerto Rico, so a little bit of international work as well. And that's a gist of who we are. So there's a lot of in-between details that we do some unique stuff. It's exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Justin, how did you get into roofing? What inspired you to get into this field?
Yeah, so I started off in the, call it restoration, disaster recovery business, also just construction in general. We did, remodeling all the way to additions to structures, did a lot of emergency service mitigation. And I did that for several years. I went to Hurricane Sandy. That was the first hurricane I ever did. Spent quite a bit of time up in New York, New Jersey, and that's where I got a real taste of the hurricane style of damage. And so I did that for probably 12 years, and with that brought a lot of roofing components to it. Ended up having to shift focus due to a non-compete that I had with the company, and so I went to be a building consultant, which is representing insurance companies, try to help set values and scopes to projects, and just run across a lot of roofing type claims. That's a big part of the insurance claim industry, is obviously roofing side of it. And we've been working with WeatherShield. They were a subcontractor for me a lot. They helped me out. I really loved the operational side of things. And so ended up deciding to join them, and instead of being a GC, which is what I'd been for about 14 years at that time, went straight to just being a subcontractor on the roofing side. WeatherShield was, based about 30 minutes from where I grew up. So it just fit. It was perfect timing, great organization. That's how I'm here. Couldn't be happier to be just focused on the roofing side of things. So
That's great. I love to hear the path of how people ended up where they are in the roofing industry, because they're all so different and so unique.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
So you kind of already talked about it a little bit, but what services does WeatherShield provide, and maybe what's your specialty?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. We get that quite a bit. And the way I explain it is, if you're a commercial roofing contractor, you can do your traditional single plies, your asphalt, stuff of that nature. If you're in the commercial space, that's what you typically focus on. And what sets us apart, we do all of that, right? But what sets us apart is our emergency service side of things. We travel. We got guys scattered throughout the country. We respond very quickly after disasters, or after just, it could be anything from a collapse to, half the roof's peeled off, and we get people back in the dry. We understand the urgency to that. And we have an urgency with everything we do. We take that even into our traditional projects. And so for the emergency service side sets us apart, one of our specialties. And the other thing is our metal component. Metal is a huge part of what we do. We have tons of machines and components that help our metal side that really sets us apart, and we're able to be competitive. Our quality and just our timing of again, it goes back to urgency. We talk urgency in our company over and over again. We talk it daily about responding quickly and having urgency on that front. So metal capabilities, emergency service side is a lot of our specialty. And I would just say the last thing is really just the core people of who makes WeatherShield. We've got really strong team of people that really make this company special, and it takes every one of us to get to where we're at and where we're headed. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Having that strong team and then also being able to be there for people when they're in their, biggest time of need, if their roof is failing them and after a storm or whatever it may be, being able to be there quickly and assist them in getting that repaired is so valuable to a home or building owner.
Yes, ma'am. We take it very serious on that front. So we wouldn't be where we're at today if we didn't. I'll tell you that.
Well, speaking of your team, what's something special about your team? Maybe it's something that you guys celebrate, whether that's a tradition or milestone or like a quirky ritual.
We do a lot of, we cook out together on Fridays at times. Rudy Gonzalez, give him a shout out. He loves to cook on Fridays. We celebrate our wins. We discuss our losses. And we're a tight knit team. It's like a family. We're no longer a quote unquote small business, I guess you could say. But we treat it that way. Our core values are still that way. We care about each other. Whenever we all do get together, we got, like I said, guys scattered out, but we try to bring them in, and we do a lot of things together. We go to each other's sports, kids sports games and other activities, and really care about each other. So I think that's what makes it special up there.
That's great to hear the family atmosphere that you have, and especially like being able to support like each other's families and kids. I think that's so special.
Definitely makes us a tight knit group. We spend a lot of time together, especially the response team, the guys that travel. We spend a lot of time on the road together. So you definitely want to like somebody. We had a deal like I heard this a long time ago, many years ago, but it was whenever you're interviewing somebody, think about, would you want to spend 4 hours in a car with them before you hire somebody? And I think everybody up at WeatherShield, I think we'd all spend time together in a car like that. So.
Well, and yeah, you're spending time with your coworkers more than you're probably spending time with your friends and family. So you want to make sure that they're people that you want to be around and that you have a good time together and you can relate to things together. So that's great.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share a recent project that you're especially proud of, and what challenges did you and your team face during that project?
There's a lot of them that could be on that list. We've done some awesome projects. In my time being here, and even before I came over to WeatherShield, and even being as a general contractor, had a lot of successful projects with WeatherShield. But the one that really comes to mind was one that came up in May. There was a tornado that hit a local rural school district. Don't quote me on it, but probably about 50 miles west of Fort Worth. Is just under an hour from our shop. And my wife actually graduated from this school district of a total of 17 kids. So very small school district. And he got hit by a tornado. We knew the severity of damage, and, we knew if there was a chance for us to be able to support them, we wanted to be there for them. Not just for our company, but just to be able to support. We understand that we're a good fit, and we understand how to get these school districts back up and running, especially whenever the tornado hit towards the end of school year, and you're coming up on another school year in 2 short months. And so that morning we started making some calls, and one of our general contractors that we work with quite a bit had a good in on it, and looked like they were going to end up getting the recovery stuff. And so Cole Thompson and I did a lot of this together, but we traveled out there, and we walked the roof that morning, developed a plan to dry it in, and started developing a plan to get them back for their school year of 2025 through 2026, and we did all this that day, and got the project rolling that afternoon. Actually, we started working on recovery efforts that afternoon. Brought out our SkyTrack and equipment to get several of the buildings back in the dry. And anyways, fast forward a couple weeks, and we really had developed a plan, and we were confident we were going to get this project done before the start of the school year, which was a few weeks ago. And anyways, a tragedy had hit us. Our VP of sales, my boss, and one of the main reasons why I was here, had a heart attack, and unfortunately he didn't make it. And so it was a huge hit. Thank you. It's a huge hit for WeatherShield, and just the family. Our president, the one that founded WeatherShield, that's his brother-in-law. So that's how close we are up here. And so it was a huge hit. But just that project, he was so proud he loved those type of jobs, and he was so proud to land that job, and then be able to develop the plan to get them back in school. He was just so excited that we were going to be able to get it done. And so we ended up making it happen, obviously, through it all. And so that project will stick with me for forever, on that front. So that was a project that meant a lot to me, meant a lot to WeatherShield. And it was definitely, an extremely challenging time. And it, not only just the project in general, but we learned a lot about who we are as a company during that time, not just because of that project, but all the other work we had going on during that time, and seeing the spark of energy during darkness really showed us that we're capable of doing anything, and we've seen the results of that since the tragedy in June. So.
What a special project to be working on, with the family connection, with your wife going to school there, and then being able to help the school district, and then also to have, your boss with you, who you've now lost, and to know that was a project that was near and dear to his heart, to your heart, and you got to work on it together. It's very special. Very sorry for your loss, though. I cannot imagine.
Thank you for that, Alex. So, yeah.
Well, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but kind of shifting gears over to, why should home and building owners work with WeatherShield? I feel like you've spelled it out for us, but if there's anything else you want to add.
Yeah, we just care. We're in a competitive business. Roofing is a competitive business. I think there's plenty of work to go around for all good contractors. And we care. We're going to be there. We got a sense of urgency, and we want to do what's right at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, we just want to help people put a roof that they can trust over their head, because everything rolls downhill from there. So, if you don't have a good roof, everything underneath is gonna be affected, and we take that to heart, and that's the way we approach our projects. So
that's great. I can feel how much you care about the company and your team and your customers and the work that you do. So it's definitely coming across that way. So people, if you're in the Texas area and you need a roof, you know who to go to. Of course. So why are you in the R Club, and what's maybe one of your favorite things about Roofers Coffee Shop?
Yeah, there's a lot of organizations out there, and there's a lot of great organizations, and having an organization with the information and the diverse groups of, you got your classified ads to buy stuff, you got your informational side, you got your podcast side. So just being able to have all those tools and resources to make you sharper, it's a benefit for us. People can listen to other people's ideas and how they do things and stuff. So I think it's a great organization to be on if you haven't checked them out, and look through their website, look through their resources and stuff that they have on there. So give you a little shout out there.
Thank you. Well, thank you. And we're so happy that WeatherShield is part of the R Club, and we're excited to celebrate you.
Well, you guys have been great to RCA too, obviously. So who we're very fond to be a part of. So
yes, we love all of you guys. Yeah. So looking ahead, what excites you most about your future with WeatherShield, and do you have any goals or changes on the horizon that you want to share? I'd
say we're just getting started. we've got a very experienced group. We've got a very young group that's very experienced for their age. And I'd say we're just getting started. We're really starting to hone in on our markets that we're targeting. I didn't even cover many of them. Our K through 12 market, our new construction GC type market. Didn't cover a lot of that stuff in this, but we've got a lot of markets that we're targeting. We're having a lot of success from them, and we're just going to continue to get better and continue to serving clients better. So we're excited for that front. We're starting to see, a lot of the goals and targets we've had over the last couple of years. We had a shift focus a couple of years ago and try to be more diverse as a company and not so focused on the emergency service side of things, and develop more into our service side. Has done a great job. Our like I covered just a second ago, our new construction GC side. So, I'd say we're just getting started, and we got a lot of goals to get to growing and just being able to service the clients that we work for and be the best at it. So
yeah, that's amazing. And I'm excited to, since we work together, excited to see how you guys grow over the next couple of years and into the future. So that's so exciting.
We're excited. We're excited here at WeatherShield, and we got a focus group right now, and it's going to lead to great things.
Awesome. Well, Justin, thank you so much for taking the time today. We're so excited to celebrate WeatherShield Roofing and Sheetmetal as our October 2025 Roofer of the Month. So congratulations. And anything else you want to add?
No, just appreciate the time, and anything we can do on our front to keep supporting you guys, we'll do it. So,
all right. Well, thank you so much, Justin, and we will catch you all on the next Roofer of the Month podcast.
That's a wrap on this month's episode of Roofer of the Month. Thanks for joining us on this journey. We'll catch you next time for more rooftop celebrations. Make sure to subscribe and follow the RoofersCoffeeShop.com podcast page for more. And go to RoofersCoffeeShop.com or AskARoofer.com for more information.